Because we live in this incredible illusion where there is another person that is loving us and that we receive their love, we also believe that this love can be withdrawal and can be missing. And so this sensation of safety, of love, can be taken away from us. And when we believe in this illusion, when we believe in this dream, of course, we can only suffer. And the conditional love, the love is being taught to us or idealized by us, believed by us, thanks to movies, Hollywood movies, novels, social media, is love that is finite and is conditioned. Is a love that says, when I feel these kind of feelings and this emotion, it means that I am in love. It means that I am love. It means that I am safe, loved. This kind of love suggests that it exists in connection to what we feel. So this kind of love makes us believe that love is an emotion. Love is a feeling. And again, when we believe that, we can only suffer. Because we enter in relationship with the expectation that the other person will make us happy. And entering the relationship with the expectation that this person can make us happy can only bring to disappointment, because sooner or later this person is going to disappoint us. Not because it's doing something, but because our brain is going to project into this person in that form all the wounds, all the pain, all the sufferance, all the beliefs, all the conditioning, all the ideas that has created about reality, about the relationship with our parents into the person. So, what is the difference between that kind of love and non-dual love? Is waking up from that dream, from that illusion that love is something that can be given to us, it can be withdrawn from us, and realize that love is never been a feeling, and realize that love in reality was what it was left when the idea of the me, of a you, disappear. Love is the pure essence of what we really are. But it seems so real, right? That there is another person that loves us. When they do some things and we feel all this feeling of love, when they are kind, affectionate, when they gift us something, we feel all this emotion. And in that moment, because we feel those emotions, we are believing in a dream, we are believing in the illusion, I am loved. But what is really happening is that in that moment, our mind is relaxing. And in this relaxation, we can finally experience our true nature, which is love. So this real nature was always available, always there for us, but we couldn't be felt. It couldn't be felt is not the right word. It's the only word that is closer to what I am trying to explain. Could be experienced, could be seen, because the mind was in the middle. When the mind is not there, it can't be felt, it can't be experienced. But what we believe in the moment is like, he's loving me, so I feel loved. It's because he's doing this and that I feel loved. And so we go in relationship, and even couple relationship, coaching, therapies, trying to push the other person to love us more in the way we want to be loved. You should be more affectionate, you should write me poems, and you should be more romantic, and you should be more expressive, and you should be, because when you do those things, I finally feel loved. That's the misunderstanding. It's not that in the moment you feel loved, it's that in the moment you are relaxing and love can be revealed. So why you're not relaxed? Because when you don't feel him present or her present or affectionate or interest, or you don't have the gifts, so you don't have the attention, your mind is contracting, your body is contracting, because there is a belief of a pain, because there is the belief that something is wrong, because there is a reminder of something that has been felt when you were very, very, very young, when you felt not appreciated, no love, no seen, no whatever from your parents. And so what you are experiencing with your partner is only a revelation of a suffering that was already there. And every time your partner doesn't give you the attention that your brain, mind is telling you that you need, you're going to have those body reaction, this contraction. And so your brain is going to believe it's because it's not loving me with my love language. It's because it has to do more of this in order for me to feel loved. But the reality is that in the first place, you were agitated, you were in pain, you were suffering only because in that moment you are in the illusion of the me, of the separate self. And so you are believing the story, you are resisting to sensation, you are just trying to make the sensation go away, pushing him to be different, pushing him to love you, because those actions will finally release the tension and make you feel loved. Because you think that when he's gonna look into your eyes or kiss you or write you a new poem, you're gonna finally feel complete, feel loved. It's just that in that moment, your contraction, your resistance, your stress is relaxing, and so you can be open to the real love that you really are. But we confuse that, our brain confused that. It's because he did all these things that now I'm feeling more loved. No, that's the illusion to which we have to wake up. And how we do that? Personally, for me, because I can speak only from my experience, even if I've been having conversation with people in non-duality about that, I've been coached, I've been guided, I've been mentored, and it comes only back to feeling the sensation instead of believing the story. So you are feeling not loved in the right instant, you're not feeling not loved by your partner, and there is this contraction, you feeling ignored, you feel the connection is lacking. And even if you are aware that this is just your brain creating stories because you're being in the path of non-duality for a while, there is a certain level of identification. So the thoughts still feel kind of true, and the sensations are completely there. What we would call anxiety, what we call tension, what we call frustration, what we call panic attack or whatever. And in the right moment, instead of being completely with the sensation and let it burn and be curious about the sensation and just observe what is going on without identifying to the story and without rejecting the sensation, trying to push it away, trying to make it go away, that will find freedom. Our only the only thing that life is asking us to do is to feel without the story, to be present without the story, to remind ourselves that we are the spacious consciousness in which the sensation is happening. And so, of course, it's not easy when there is a traumatic reaction in the body to just feeling the sensation. And this can be done gradually, little by little. At the beginning, you may be going to ask questions like, okay, what is happening right now? Why I do feel like that? You can put the sensation in front of you and ask, why do you feel like that? What are you afraid of? And you're going to receive an answer, because these parts, minds, they are created in our psyche are super smart, and they're gonna answer. And we are not listening because the answer is interesting. Remember, just a thought is there's nothing true there. We are listening because we want to be there and bring compassion and be open to whatever is emerging. Oh, this is what my mind is believing, that I am ignored, that I'm not loved, that I'm not important. Okay, I see the thought, I see the belief, and I am there, and I approach it like it was a little baby, like a puppet. I approach it with so much love and compassion instead of, you shouldn't think that. I'm just there with it. It can completely be there. I am here. It's okay to feel like that. Nothing wrong is gonna happen. We can feel that. And so you come back to the sensation. You come back to the sensation and you just observe. Okay. Without the thought, without the analysis, without interpretation, just the feeling in the body. What are you actually feeling right now? It's just a sensation. And it can completely be felt. It's not personal, it's not real, it's nothing to do with you. There is not a me that is feeling that. This separate me that is supposed to be loved, it doesn't exist. A question that I love to ask, I love to use when I am in this situation is, am I this? Or am I the space in which all this is happening? Am I this? This character, these thoughts, this emotion, this sensation, or I am the space in which all these sensation, thoughts, emotion, stories are emerging. I can't be the thought because I can observe it. I can't be the sensation because I can observe it. I can't be the body because I can observe it. So, who am I? I'm the one observing, not what is observed. And directly doing this process that I told you, so first feeling the sensation and questioning the thoughts, not to questioning, to listening to them, but to see them and be with them with compassion and letting them be there, and then coming back to the sensation in the body and let it be there and let it be there, and then observing who's the observant and see who am I in all this. And in this surrender, everything can happen. This can happen, this can happen, this can happen. And this is why we are not reactive anymore. Because we constantly do this practice. And it's a practice because we are addicted to listen the story, and we resist to the sensation, and we want the sensation to go away, and so we try to manipulate the world and our partner in order for him to make the sensation go away. But the more we practice, there's nothing here in the external world, in this, that my partner is done or has to do, and we come back to what is felt, what is believed, and who am I. You will realize very soon that all the requests that you have in order to be loved in a certain way, they're gonna drop. It's not gonna be that important anymore to receive the flowers or the stories or the poems or the gifts. They were probably all things, needs from the mind, from the womb, that the mind will use in order to reassure itself. And if consciousness is gonna still move in their direction of having a certain connection, having a certain joy, interaction, or whatever it is, be sure that life is gonna do it without your resistance, without your control. You don't need to cling and to be obsessed by it, because life is gonna move you in the case you have to move. But you will move without the attachment, without the sufferance, without the belief, I need this in order to feel loved, in order to feel secure. And in a more practical conversation, let's bring a second more to the practical. but I will do maybe another video about complacency and needs and expressing needs, where the needs are important. I think the most important thing you can do in a human level, because we don't want to not consider the human level. We are consciousness in a human body, and we don't want to minimize and reject the humanity of it. I think it's important that you realize as soon as possible the core value that you share with your partner. Because sometimes there are some values. Let's say I want kids and he doesn't want it. The way I use my money is I just spend it and I have fun, and he wants to save it. When there is a big friction on that point, it's difficult to stay together. Unless there is a compromise and a negotiation from one side on the other one. But it means that one person has to drop completely their belief and their values. That can be done. It can be done because we are not our belief and our values. But in a human level, when the person is built in that sense, and when I say value, sometimes I feel it more in this space. In a sense, it's not coming really from the mind. It's more something that is like, I feel called to the direction. And if your partner is called to the opposite direction, consciousness is just pushing to another side, it can happen. And this is why it's very important to understand our core value. I value communication. I value silence. You see, because the worst thing that you can do is trying to change your partner. Do it to yourself and to him. Not accepting them for what they are, and not seeing that what they are, they can completely be what they are, because they know what you're seeing. They are consciousness. They are love as you are. And when we learn to love without expectation, is amazing. And maybe the real way in order to love and be loved without any expectation from the other person, and be in a relationship in a 3D world, is also considering the human side. So is also considering the core values. I hope this video helped you, and if it's the case, please send me leave me a comment, because you're gonna help the algorithm, and so more people are gonna know my work. And I have a newsletter. I send you a newsletter and a letter every week, in which I'm gonna point you in this direction. We're gonna still talk about non-duality apply to the life of every day. I'm gonna give you my experience. I'm gonna point you in the direction simply of your true nature every week. So if you want to join, the link is here below. Bye.